So let's talk about taking your direct selection tool and in this case, just using it. We have a path here if you're using the interactive Illustrator file where we could move this down and obviously it's if we were trying to make it look like the underlying path there, it needs some fixing in order to look good. So that can be done. You can take any path that's not clean with something like direct selection tool and then, grab anchor points, move them into whatever different position you need. So if you have like an underlying drawing and you're looking at it, the paths do not have to start out very elegantly with, this series of tools and companion tools in order to end up making them look just fine. And so here I'm just using this tool to then move things around, take my control handles, refine, and obviously if I continued to go around this whole shape, it would look increasingly closer and closer and more elegant. The curves would be nicer and it would start to look, exactly like the underlying shape. So that's all useful information. But more importantly would be being able to draw something like this without having the pre-existing path that you're going to then clean up. So, and this has a lot of, as you can see, anchor points that are broken. So, meaning coming out of the anchor point, the control handles are going off in different directions. So, being able to do that using pen tool is a matter of you've got to click and drag and then click and drag, and then what you're going to do is hold down Alt or Option and you break this so that this control handle goes in whatever new direction you need it to go in. In this case I want it to point right straight up, so then the next one I make, that's just a straight. I'm just clicking and dragging right there because I don't need to break these handles apart. They're fine as is, but here, in order for me to change directions, I've got to hold down Alt or Option, move that handle over in the direction I want my next line to go before I can draw it. Here, I'm just clicking and dragging. I don't need to break the handles. Here, clicking and dragging, don't need to break any handles. Now, since from here to here the next line is totally straight, I could just click here and it would be just fine. But if I wanted to, I could technically drag with Alt or Option, get rid of this handle entirely, and then the next line I make is straight. It's sort of redundant at that point, but I don't really need a control handle there. So here I'm just clicking and dragging. Here I'm clicking and dragging. Now notice here that kind of confused Illustrator, so I'm going to break that apart again and move that up into position. So this is a bit of a sampling of that dynamic, I'm pressing Alt or Option, I'm pressing Control or Command on the keyboard as I'm drawing with the pen tool, and I'm doing things, moving around anchor points, breaking control handles and things kind of as I go.